Hi everyone, Mr. Peabody here. Just thought I'd show you this because I lost my helicopter. But this is the exact same helicopter that I got, but apparently his is a Sterling kit. I don't know what a Sterling kit is. All I know is that the Sterling kit sticker is big enough to cover up this. You can see it's exactly the same box. This is an RC era helicopter. It's an RC era helicopter, and for some reason it's called the Sterling kit. And there's only one difference I see between that and the one that I had. And by the way, I did order another one. Why? Because it's a bloody good helicopter. And so I have actually ordered another one. And plus, I ordered exactly the same helicopter. Why? Because I've got spare parts for that helicopter. I've even got a spare controller because I've got the controller, I've got the spare parts, but I don't have the actual helicopter. But let's see what he does here, because he does some weird stuff, but it actually shows you how good this helicopter actually is. Sterling kit, which is just a sticker over the top of this. You can see it's exactly the same. If I open the box, it's exactly the same, except I've removed everything from it, so. And I just dropped something. But I'll give you sound, hang on. When I say it comes with spare parts, one of the spare parts it comes with is a spare tail rotor, and it comes with the two blades for the main rotor and other stuff. So it's like so it's spare parts for me, and now I've got extra spare parts because I've ordered exactly the same kit. The new kit that's coming has got two batteries. The first kit that I bought had one battery, but I thought, nah, I need more flight time. I need to learn how to fly this thing properly so I don't lose it again. There's the battery. By the way, you can have multiple helicopters from the same company. They all have the same power battery, but they're all different sizes. So you can have multiple helicopters from the same company, but the battery will not fit into the other helicopters. That's not fair. Just put one battery into all helicopters, make it the same size so you can interchange. But no, they didn't do that. So it's exactly the same power. It's a lithium-ion battery. It's the same power, but the casing for them are different sizes to fit into different helicopters. I understand that to a point, but not when you're dealing with a very, very similar battery. He's testing there's power in the battery. Yeah, this Sterling kit thing with the crappy stickers on the side. I didn't have crappy stickers on the side. All I had was the actual helicopter. I didn't have these Sterling kit stickers on it. And it is a beautiful scale model of a Bell 206. Of a Jetranger. So it's like, most people know what a Jetranger is, I think. but this is a Jetranger helicopter. And you can get slightly different versions of it because some of them are this size, some of them are slightly elongated so they can fit more people. But for the most part, that's a Jetranger. And sterling kit across the windows. It looks tacky. It looks tacky. And I think the reason why they've got sterling kit on it, I think it's some distributor in the UK, because sterling is UK. But I think it's someone in the UK that's sort of like decided, oh look, we're gonna upgrade this kit and put metal things on the radio controller to make it look like it's been upgraded. I've got plastic ones on mine, but these things screw off. So I can screw off those plastic ones and put metal ones on. Because why? Because I've got two controls over there that are doing nothing, and they've got metal parts on them. So if I wanted to change over, I could upgrade mine to a sterling kit without having tacky stickers on it. Show you spare blades. Yep. Same packaging, same everything, exactly the same controller. But he's got the metal one. He's got the metal thumb controllers. Dual cell batteries. Here's an idea. It's like anybody knows anything about batteries. It's like, yeah, batteries are fairly durable, but it's not a great idea to slam them down on any surface, because that can change things in the battery. Just a thought. By the way, I did have a lot of trouble removing the back cover from the remote. I don't know why, just the way it's set up, but I had to do some thumb gymnastics to get that cover off, and I was fiddling with it for about 5 minutes before it actually finally gave way. Then you get the cover off, and then it's easy to put the cover back on. But yeah, they don't show that. But yeah, you have to be putting your thumbs in exactly the right position to remove that cover. Now this is the interesting thing about this whole thing. It actually shows you that he actually changes it from mode 2. Mode 2 is where your power is on the left hand side and your control is on the right hand side. He doesn't like that. He wants to change it to the power is on the left hand side. Sorry, the right hand. He wants to change it to the power is on the right hand side and the control is on the left hand side. I'm used to mode 2, which is power is on the left hand side, control is on the right hand side. He's not used to that. He wants to switch it over. But he actually shows you in this video that this controller allows you to do it. Not all controllers allow you to do that. You know, you've got mode 1, mode 2. That's how the controllers come. This one allows you to switch controller from mode 2 to 1, which is impressive, really, because these choppers are not expensive. You know, depending on your income, it might seem expensive, but these are really cheap choppers. You know, it's like you're talking about when I was working for Sick Hobbies, to get a helicopter anywhere near to this, you'd be looking at about between $400 and $600 just to get anywhere near this. This one cost me, the original one cost me $133, and then I lost it. The second one, I actually managed to get a deal. It cost me $134, but I get 2 batteries. That is unheard of. Oh, and by the way, if you're going to buy this chopper from the UK, it's going to cost you a hell of a lot more than that. Yeah, Sterling kit my ass. It's the same kit. Oh, and by the way, these are actually built in China. They are built in China, so. And don't know if I told you, but it's a lithium-ion battery powering 2 brushed motors. One for the front, one for the back. You can see the scale of the model. It's fantastic. The model looks great. That's why I think some kid picked mine up and thought it was fucking Christmas. Sorry for the wordage. But he would have picked that up and thought, this is great. He would have run around with it. I don't care if it flies or not. So now he's changed the mode. Now it's in mode 1. Calibration of gyros. Yeah. And now he's cranked it up to level 3. The thing with it's actually got 3 settings on it. You can have level 1, level 2, level 3. Level 1 is like beginner. Level 2 is intermediate. Level 3 is experienced. What does that do to the power of the motor? Nothing. What does it do to, you know, how fast it goes? A lot. What happens is on level 1, it allows the helicopter to tilt a certain amount forwards, right, which gives you a certain speed, so it slows it down. On level 2, it gives you more tilt, so you can go faster. At level 3, it gives you full tilt. It still maintains altitude, but it gives you full power forward. So you can scream this thing forward. But would I put it level 3 if I'm flying it inside? Not a great idea, but this guy has obviously got some experience. You can see he's got a lot of helicopters on his shelf, and he's used to it. So he's gonna show off now after he fires it up a few times. But this is the exact helicopter that I lost. Well, not the exact helicopter. Mine was exactly the same as this one. And as far as the detail goes, the only problem I've got with the detail is the exhausts. They shouldn't be white. But that's me being nitpicky. Everything about this helicopter is to scale, pretty much. And, well, apart from the fact you've got a motor in the tail. Because on a normal Jetranger, they've actually got a rod that goes all the way through here, turns into a gear, and then spins the tail rotor. So if you actually hit, so if you've got a Jetranger up there and you hit the tail and you damage that rod, you bring the helicopter down. But you can actually see there's a motor mounted there. But I mean, everything else is basically to scale. So maybe the next one, I actually might paint the exhaust because it's not supposed to be white. You got an exhaust coming out of a helicopter, it's not going to be white. And if it is white, it's not going to be white for long because there's a lot of heat coming out of here. Why? Because it's a Jetranger. There's a turbine engine in here, throwing out a lot of heat. Yeah, so if I was to cut power on my helicopter, I would have pulled down the left, not the right. That's the other thing about these helicopters. They've actually got two modes. You've actually got a button on the control. If you push the button, it will automatically fire up and hover at a certain different distance. But if you want to do everything manually and take off from the ground, you pull both sticks down and to both sides, and then it gives you full manual. That's what he's done here. And then he pushes the button and launches it with the button anyway. That doesn't make any sense. So you can see, even in a confined space, this helicopter flies really stable, and it's really fun to fly. It's also fun to fly outside, as long as you don't have a stiff gust of wind. Anyway, I think I'll leave it there. Take care, have fun.